Good evening. I'm Michael Potter.
I'm Joe Rubino.
I'm Andrew Ferenzi.
And I'm Enrique de la Cruz.
And tonight we will be presenting to you our methodology chapter. A roadmap to our chapter tonight will consist of first a discussion of how we're going to plan to raise the publicity of the Restore. Next we will talk about website clicks and newsletter hits and how we plan to improve those. Next we will talk about the creation of a tracking system to track the progress that we make throughout this project. And lastly we will talk about project objectives and our project deliverables, and these are what we hope that we will leave Habitat with when we finish the project.
To let you know a background, the main message of Habitat for Humanity is to provide buildings and homes to the less fortunate families that cannot afford to do so. Their main tool is the Restore program that develops money in order to build these homes by gaining donated furniture from the outside community. Raising publicity with the Restore is one thing that we're trying to look at, a main objective, because the amount of publicity that Restore has is the amount of money that they'll make in order to build these homes. So our goal is to increase the outreach audience by 50% at the end of the year. To do this, we have two ways. One way is to contact the schools and universities, and the other way is to contact the local businesses within the Worcester area. With the schools and universities, we want to hit them with surveys regarding what they currently do with all the materials that they have when they don't want them anymore, and if they whether or not know what the Habitat for Humanity Restore program is. By doing this, we're going to contact the Habitat groups within the schools and universities, as well as using different methods. We want to gain this furniture and material from the schools, as well as sell it back to them. So by doing this, we want to come up with also a Welcome Back to School campaign that at the beginning of each year, we want to let the schools know that they can come back to Restore and buy the furniture that they donated to us originally for a lower price for different students. Similarly to the schools and universities, we're going to contact the local businesses. We first want to look at the contracts that Habitat for Humanity Restore program has with the businesses. And then after that, we want to survey out to every company and business that we can locate and find out what they currently do with their furniture when they don't want it, whether it's in their offices or within their departments. And then we want to let them know about the Restore program so they can donate to Restore. By doing this, we're going to do a similar survey aspect, such as what we're going to do with the schools and universities. We're also going to have formal interviews with the bigger companies in a much formal manner.
Continuing to our next objective, which is to increase website statistics by 50%, we will approach these four methods, which is marketing and communication, email marketing, word of mouth, and social media. Marketing and communication are used interchangeably in nonprofit organizations because marketing targets more of the heart of the audience, yet the communication targets more of the audience's mind. So, as well as using email marketing, it is a quick, easy, and effective method to send out organized masses of information to our audience. Also, the use of word of mouth is simple yet useful, since we are able to speak out about Habitat for Humanity's mission to our friends and colleagues in school. As for social media, it provides an easier flow of communication to the younger generations that we will be targeting.
So in order to keep track of all these different methods that we have planned for the Restore program, we need to make sure that there's a tracking system in place. This will allow us to keep everything in an organized and in one location, very organized, and record everything that goes in and out of the Restore program. This will also allow us to maintain the Restore's progress, monitor the Restore's progress, and make sure that they are on track with whatever goals that we give them by giving them regular updates on where they are. In order to start doing this process, we need to look into any current system that they might have at Restore. This will be done by contacting Tim Ferment, who is the current CEO for Habitat for Humanity at Metro West, and he will allow us to access any archives that they have on any past data that they have acquired since he has come to power. once we investigate their system, we have our own suggestions for how we could improve it. The first one is a very simple way using Microsoft Excel, a program that we have all used before. This is a very easy way to have us make charts and graphs of all the different any information that we can find coming into the Restore program, whether it is amount of money, amount of items, or just the number of donors. Another way we could use Excel to do this is we can keep a database of all of the businesses that have been in contact and have contracts with the Restore program. And this will allow us to keep track of what businesses have donated what items and how much money, so we can keep track of what items are in a surplus and what items that Restore is in great need of. Another example of what we can use Excel for is a graph that shows the relationship between the number of homes built and the number of donations acquired over a certain amount of time. So we can tell Habitat exactly how much money is needed for each of these homes to be built and allow them to maintain that kind of influx. Another program that we can use to track the website hits is a new app that Google has come up with called Google Analytics. This not only allows the company to be able to track the number of hits a certain website gets, but you're able to track multiple websites at once, including social media outlets such as Facebook and Twitter. And this will allow, and Google Analytics also allows us to see which demographic of people visit a certain website at one time. So we'll be able to target an advertising campaign to other groups of people, whether to broaden the current group that we have or target different groups to get a much broader audience.
Moving on to our bigger obstacles during this project is it's only 7 weeks. And in a 7-week time period, it's very hard to get really anything accomplished, especially a marketing program such as the one we're trying to work with. Another obstacle we are going to face is a limited budget, a limited Restore space, and these are two major ones because there's only so much money and inventory space Restore has, and every cent, most of the money that Restore makes goes to building houses, and the inventory that they have is limited, so we can only bring in so much extra furniture and stuff, so we have to modify which we bring in and what we take out. The last thing is Habitat for Humanity is a non-profit organization, so they can't have any paid advertising. That means that they can't have a commercial or radio commercial without people sponsoring them, as in like news stations and radio stations have to have them on the show as a guest in order for them to get publicity. Lastly, our project deliverables are what we hope to leave Habitat with. These are our main objectives of this project because we not only want Habitat to be improved while we're there, but to stay improved even after the project. Some of these are, we hope to improve their media tools, we hope to improve their tracking system, we hope to give them a new image, and this is very important because consistency is what people want to see when they look at a product, especially when you see a commercial. Consistency makes you buy it. So we want to get the consistent message out there of Habitat for Humanity so people will consistently contribute and donate and don't just fall off. We want to lastly improve Restore inventory and sales so that more homes can be built and a greater amount of furniture can be donated.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.